Overcoming self-doubt. How to Bailey. Have you ever felt like you're not good enough? Like no matter how hard you try, there's this little voice in your head whispering, "You're not smart enough. You don't deserve this. You're going to fail." Yeah, I know that voice. I've heard it too. And let me tell you, it's a liar. Self-doubt isn't real. It's just a mental habit, one that keeps you stuck, playing small and questioning your worth. But today we're going to change that. In this video, I'm going to show you how to rewire your thoughts, silence that inner critic, and start believing in yourself for real. Because you don't have to live with self-doubt forever. You can break free, and by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to do exactly that. All right, let's get into it. The truth about self-doubt. First, let's clear something up. Self-doubt is not proof that you're not good enough. It's just a feeling, a thought. And thoughts? They're not always true. The problem is, we believe them. When that little voice says, "You're not talented enough," we don't question it. We just accept it. But where does self-doubt even come from? Well, think about it. Every time you've been criticized, failed at something, or compared yourself to someone better, your brain stored that experience. And over time, those memories created a pattern, a habit of doubting yourself. Maybe it started when a teacher told you you weren't smart enough, or when you got rejected for a job and you assumed it was because you weren't capable. Maybe it was the way you grew up, surrounded by people who doubted themselves, so you learned to do the same. Whatever the reason, your self-doubt is not the truth. It's just a habit. And here's the good news. If self-doubt is a habit, that means it can be unlearned. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Rewiring your thoughts. Let's start with your inner dialogue. That voice in your head, you don't have to listen to it. Here's a simple trick. Every time you catch yourself thinking something negative, ask, "Says who?" Because most of the time, that thought isn't based on fact. It's just fear talking. For example, let's say you think, "I'll never be successful." Says who? Is there actual proof that you will never succeed? Or is it just an assumption based on past failures? See, your brain is like a courtroom. If you're going to believe something, you need evidence. So instead of just accepting self-doubt, start demanding proof. Because once you do, you'll realize most of those negative thoughts have zero basis in reality. Proof over perception. The mind has a sneaky way of exaggerating failure and downplaying success. But here's a trick. When self-doubt creeps in, hit it with hard evidence. Think back to a time you succeeded at something, even something small. Maybe you got a compliment on your work, helped a friend, or pushed through a tough situation. Write those wins down. Keep a wins list, a journal of every time you've proven to yourself that you are capable. Because when you have proof of your strengths staring back at you, it's a lot harder to believe the lies self-doubt tries to feed you. And remember, your success is just as real as your failures. It's time to start keeping score the right way. Taking action. Despite fear, here's the uncomfortable truth. You don't overcome self-doubt by thinking your way out of it. You overcome it by acting despite it. Successful people don't wait until they feel confident. They build confidence by taking action first. Think about it. The first time you try anything, it feels uncomfortable. You doubt yourself. But every time you push through that fear, you prove to yourself that you're capable. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, one action at a time. So here's your challenge. Pick one thing you've been avoiding because of self-doubt, just one, and take the first small step today. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to start. Because confidence doesn't come from waiting. It comes from doing. The breakthrough. Look, self-doubt isn't going to disappear overnight, but every time you choose to believe in yourself, even just a little, it gets weaker. And one day you'll look back and realize it's not even there anymore. You'll see that all along you were good enough. You just had to believe it. So, what's the first step you're going to take today? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear what you're working on. And if this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Because self-doubt doesn't stand a chance against a mind that believes in itself. And trust me, you got this. Thank you.